What is going on, everyone? Welcome to D3 Finals. This is going to be match 2 coming to you as Pure 1 match 1 by 32 points, led by Znoki, who dropped a fat 123. So he popped off in that match, but Gun's going to try to even this up and send us to a third match here. For LUs, looks like it is going to be Fatal, Space, Purξ, Nico, and then Sasa bagging for them. So pretty much the same as match 1. And then for Pure, we have Yasu, Znoki, Saki. Um, I am not sure who that fourth runner is, but they will have a fusion bagging for them. So we'll let you know on the fourth runner in just a second. But um, so pretty much the same as match 1. It's right. It might be Alex US, but or Goober, but I'll confirm that in a minute. But regardless, we're about ready to start the room. 10 in, and anything you want to add, Biyosh?
What's up, everybody? I'm Biosh. I'm also happy to be on the mic today. Yeah, so Alex is going to be that fourth runner for Pure there. So that's gonna be their core for the rest of the match, and we're just waiting for them to start. I'm interested to see how they're gonna play the rest of this match. It still was contested, even with Pure only winning by 32. So still is anybody's match. Love to see if they could try to take this to a third. But no guarantees, obviously, on course. So we're gonna get. Looks like the room has started, and we're just gonna kick right off with match two of D3 finals of Team Gun versus Pure.
Get into it. Room just getting started. Should be fun. And for our POV, we will have Yasu primarily. I believe we will also have I think Nico's POV, perhaps.
Yeah, so I believe we have both Nico and Yasu's POV. So the best part about both of these is both their game languages are not in English. So you're gonna have to bear with us here for like a quick second once tracks get picked. But otherwise, we're gonna have a fun time. I'm excited. I hope y'all are excited as well. We just wrapped up D7 finals. If you guys are joining us back from there, thank you for sticking around with us. We're gonna have some more fun within Division 3. So a little bit more stronger players up top here, but still a lot of fun nonetheless. And it looks like this is I want to say this is Sherbet Land popping off here for the first track.
It will indeed be Sherbet Land. I do recognize that particular track if you can in
Yeah,
a
my French
French. And
my French may not be strong, but it's good enough for the cast. So
mine's not either, so we're both kind of going into this in the dark a little bit. But some of these tracks I do recognize. But yeah, kicking it off right here, we'll probably see Nico getting a box 6 here. He's gonna pull triple shrooms, probably. I would opt to shroom up. Yep, someone fell off with a TC though. Couldn't get a good look, but Nico will be able to get into second, and Gun will take over top 2 for the moment on Sherbet Land, but avoids a fib.
it's good.
But it gets green though, unfortunately, off the wall, off the wall
Yeah,
there.
trade off unfortunately had to take there. Definitely probably could have avoided that back green as well, but you know, whatever you gotta do for the content, you do. So we do have Yasu here in seventh with a red shell, so this will be interesting to see how he plays this. He's just going to combo into Nico, have some more fun with that, and gonna probably pull a huge box here in sixth, and that's going to be just a yikes with the thundercloud. Is they're going to try to attempt to pass it to Fatal, but decides to back off in the end.
Yeah, Fatal just says, nope, I don't want any part of that, and wisely stays away from him. You see Nico goldening up right now after chaining this Mega, and this golden will get him into fifth, right behind Znoki. Bagging battle, looks like someone does have already. You can't really see it from the mini-map, but we'll let you know in a second who it is. It could be Sasa. Oh, Nico gets back bomb though, into seventh here, and that's gonna kind of put him back in the moment. But he will get the A place box here and get triple shrooms. Cannot pull a dodge, which is what he's trying to get at the moment. Switch back to Yasu. Here he's in fourth right now with triple reds. This could be huge. This could be able. Oh, but Fail uses a mega in third right now, forcing his dodge. We see Alex in a start as well, maybe predicting potentially a gunshot, but could do something with this bomb, and he's gonna opt to go for a niche bomb falling
Whoa.
off the track, and I don't know if that connect. I don't believe it did, but a good attempt from Yasu. I don't know if I've ever seen that bomb spot before, but tried to be hella niche with that. As you see Nico
Yeah.
with the star in six here.
Uh, I believe it did not connect on there. We gonna see a shot come in here. Nico dodging up here, trying to just put something up for Team Gun. I think Gun at top two as well. I think they just turned that into a top three with that shock dodge in blue there. So that'll be if that's the case, that is huge for Team Gun. Coming off only a 30-point loss in match one, that is definitely the way you want to start it off.
They might have gotten top four actually. We saw Fatal cross the line right behind Nico. So potential top four, but I'm not really sure. That blue chain was huge on the line. Okay, no, Alex
Oh,
did
they
get
did pass the
third.
line.
It's a top two, four, five for Gun, but still a huge first race nonetheless. And that's definitely the start you want for Gun. Uh, after coming off a loss, and you definitely did want to get that early momentum going and to get the mentality up and call that they definitely have to be feeling it right now. And perfectly executed shot there at the last set and a good chain. We thought that blue might connect before the line, but it turns out Alex did manage to cross the line barely. If he didn't, that was definitely going to be a top four from Gun there.
Yeah, like we've said before, that's absolutely a start that you want. Gonna put you up multi points or double digit points off the bat, off the jump. So that's always good. Um, and we're gonna see. Looks like we got some Peach Beach, maybe, or Peach Gardens rather. I can't read. It's all right.
It's
And
all
looks like
right.
you got some BC Wees actually. It looks like coming from Team Gun for top two, four, five, which intrigued to see why, but I still think it's a decent pick nonetheless. I personally would rather save it for top three if I was myself in that case.
Yeah, my go-to pick usually for top tier 4-5 is either TF or sometimes Moonview, but BCE not a bad pick whatsoever. Um, it definitely does favor your spots, and then they can do a lot of back spamming here to try to get Alex out of the top spots, maybe try to get there. But Nico's gonna get pushed
Oof.
almost off the track, but had to go into the wall there. But he's gonna pull a golden six though, a very lucky golden. If he can avoid the screen, he does. That's
Jesus.
instead gonna hit, but a little bit of collateral damage there. He's just gonna use this golden and get into, I would think, probably second here.
There-
Uh
I
oh,
don't
but
know
get
what fatal is
flagged
happening there.
bumped off by Fatal, who was just in him, like on the side of him. That's a little bit of unfortunate lag there, and it kills Nico with that unfortunate lag. Is not in eighth, but is way back there in seventh right now, as we see Yasu with a star in fifth currently. And red, both baggers pretty close to each other. So for the moment it's shockless, but one could have just pulled or is about to pull, but for now, yeah, good play just to hold the start. It is Sasa barely in 10 as we see him respawning back. So yeah, at the moment, does not appear. Although Pierre could have shock uh if he's going forwards.
Yeah, it looks like
So
that is the case.
I believe that's just Sasa respawning back. So yeah, Pierre appears to have shock, and this will be huge as Yasu just holding the star currently in sixth with the pack being fairly close right now at the moment. Fusion
Yeah,
just
if they're
holding
gonna
on
want
to it.
to, yeah, if they're gonna want to dodge, they're gonna have to use it quick here. You do see Nico's right behind Yasu here. If Yasu triggers a star, Nico may try to retaliate that back. So if they are gonna try to dodge here, we'll see how they opt to do this, and if Gun is gonna try to take advantage of that as well with Nico's star in sixth.
Yeah. If they are thinking about call, Yasu needs to dodge first frame to prevent Nico from using his star, but Uh, still holding it
Yeah,
at the moment. Nico is gonna use his
ooh,
star as he was in a wall there, so now, Yasu can just use this whenever as Nico does not have another dodge, and there it is, shot coming
missed
in, pulls a single shroom, gonna chain this, and is gonna get triple greens, so
greens.
just needs to avoid Saki, although he
I think he
might have
just started
started.
Saki out. Yeah, I think he just started
Yeah.
Saki out a second there. That's a huge misplay. Um, But yeah, I feel like there was a bit of sloppy driving all around on this race. Um, but I think still top three for pure huge retaliation race coming back for them. So we'll might have seen an equalizer here, just trying to make this still a little interesting. Only 2 races.
Yeah. I mean, could be what we see is just a back and forth from both teams the whole war. Uh, and keep in mind, Pure just got top three here on Guns track pick. Remember, they picked BCWee, thinking they could just outrun Pure and backspin them early, but that was just not the case. As Yasu was holding a star finish the whole race and stayed in the pack uh in order to just get first after dodge or get second. My bad, after dodging there. Um, as Fusion did pull that shock in 9, it appeared. So unfortunate for Gun, and yeah, we're pretty much all back to square one as we see it 59, uh, 63, 59 going into race 3. So only a 4-point deficit separates these two teams with Peter barely in the lead. But yeah, that was a huge last race and a huge shock pull from Fusion there. Pretty much won them that race.
Absolutely. Still, obviously some minor mental errors going like happening in that race, especially with the collision between I believe it was Nico and someone else going in that lap one with that lag hit. I feel like that definitely could have been avoidable. Obviously, just taking the I feel like you could just taken the zipper on the side, avoid the collision. Obviously, there is still a chance it could happen like on top, but interesting decision to keep drifting left there. Unless, obviously there was like some controller error or anything like that. There's obviously that going into play as well. I did not see what track got picked, so we've got some interesting fun here with Moonview Highway uh, pulling in here. This is definitely a pure pick. Interested to see what happens here. You see Nico taking a wide box, getting some triple shrooms. Probably just going to try to go up here, and Fatal
Yeah.
getting a
So
star there as well. Yeah,
oh, but
just
runs into Alex's trail though, and is not going to get any gain from that golden essentially there.
it's a huge all for nothing trade there. As we see Yasu also hitting some back spam here, and interesting enough, he's going to try to stay back, try to get eighth place box here, try to get a dodge or a golden, which means we may see an early shock come into play here, or rather a shock pull come in here for one of these baggers.
As we see Braux gonna get TC'd. So he's gonna take over 8, and Yasu just golding up right now is gonna avoid that bomb. It looks like yeah, that bomb car that Saki blew up. Uh yeah, it's looking like Gun is controlling a lot of the mid spots, but I believe Pure is still up there, maybe in top 2 potentially, or at least first right now. But it's kind of looking like mixed spots here as yeah, we see one of the batters going forward, so someone does
Yeah,
have shock right now.
believe that is pure with the shock right now. Do see Yasu getting a TC here. Gun is actually controlling top two right now. Alex just sliced up in a third for pure, so that's going to be like one of their only hopes there. Um, Interested to see if they do have a shock come in here. Gun is still in control of top two right now. You just got to hope that don't get card here. You do see a blue shell. Trying to get Alex out of third. He does doubles down on it as well. Fatal's going to take that first place, and Nico's going to take the second. So that's a huge race for Gun. I think they just comboed back with the top two, potentially top three there for him as well.
They did indeed. Yeah, Gun returns the favor, and you're just seeing this push-pull, type action here after 3 races. Gun answers immediately with a good race there on MH, with it going shockless. Gun, just took over those top spots late. We saw that TC from Yastu lap 3 was very unfortunate. That pretty much ended his race. And Alex just didn't really have an answer for Fatal up there, and then Nico streaming up there at the end. It was actually a top 2 4-6 from Gun, um, right there. So they're gonna again regain the lead after 4 races here. And I mean, this is what you want to see from both teams. No one's really breaking away. No one can chain, I guess, 2 good races in a row. Just one team gets a really good race, the other team gets a really good race. After all,
Yeah, that's going to put Gun up definitely at least by 10, probably maybe even 20. It may leak over into that. but a huge race for Gun here. The main question is, will they capitalize off it? As we've seen, we've only have a three race sample, back and forth already. So we're obviously in for the long haul for a good war. We do see our next set of track picks coming in here. We got Toad's Factory and Peach Gardens coming in for Team Gun and Pure, respectfully. And yeah, these are both good track picks. I do not have any complaints.
Yeah, I don't either. I think these are pretty textbook tracks for these spots, and it will be Peach Gardens. So Pure gets their track pick, and I'd imagine we might see two, perhaps three drop here. But someone needs to run from Pure side in order to stay up there with Gun, because it is definitely not a good idea for all four to drop here on this track and to just let Gun, because then they can run those top spots. But starting off here, we'll see Nico just driving a second. He's gonna have to drop and get the third place box here, and we'll pull a single green. Zenoki up there in second right now. Yasu actually goaling up is going to get into first place with this and avoid all the mayhem right behind him, as we did see a TC in the mix there. But going to take over first for a while here, and is just going to be trailing this Nano. Looks like Fatal currently in second right now, so it looks like a lot of Gun members behind Yasu. So it's up to him to hold first here for Pier and to hope that Pier can get some dodges. Looks like Gun is at least 2, 3, 4 right now, as we did see Nico, Fatal, and Space there. Sasa is in 10 right now. Fusion trailing behind him in 9. So hopefully Gun can pull shock here and maybe try to contest Pier for some of those dodges, as we will see an early shot coming in here, and Sasa did indeed. I believe that is, yep, that definitely a gunshot. That TS is Pure in the cut. Nico's going to have a bill in second, and is probably going to get this into first here, right in a second here.
Yeah,
Yep.
I would hold on to it as well. You've got your bagger back in 10 here. Just let him pull an easy shock. Let him just capitalize off it and just control the rest of this race. And that's just going to put you up huge if you can execute this perfectly. But there is a pal that is not, unfortunately, there's no fun time for Gun in this race. So, at least for the time being, Nico's just going to extend his lead. Only got a couple seconds, though, with Yasu just right behind. Looking for a shroom, doesn't get it. Trying to just equalize that first place. We do have Saki coming up here
And Zenoki,
for
2, 3, 4 for Pure right now.
trying to get a
Will not get the draft. Watch out for yeah, just avoid the chain chomps. Alex going to shroom up here again, and Yasu forced to go wide there. So 2, 3, 4, but Gun is using a mega and using their chains. So Brox is getting up there. We did see a fatal pull a bill, but the red's gonna hit him, and that's gonna end his race. And looks like Pierre got a little bit of a salvage there, I believe.
Yeah, looks like they kind of they got the equalizer in the end just to kind of equalize the race. I still think Gun at first, maybe even second on that. Not 100% sure, but Brock's getting into third is going to be huge for Team Gun, regardless of where regardless of where their spots are at the top. It's going to be a good put. It's going to be a good point raiser or just a good pusher, even if Pure somehow slipped in the top two, which I don't think he did. So very interesting to see how this race turns out. Oh, Nico got first. Well, that's really funny. I should have known that. But I believe it was a 1-4 for Gun. I think Pure ended up
It
slipping in a
was.
third.
Yeah. Pierre got 2, 3, 5 there. So I believe they just barely came away with a winning racer. But Nico was able to hold on to first after dodging shock first set lap 2 in a star. Pulled the bill, but was unfortunately forced into bill lap 2, but still was able to lock down first. Luckily, there wasn't a blue to hit him out there. But that was a good shock from Gun, a wise shock to TS Pure in the cut too, and essentially give Gun a decent break. But Pure did make their way up there, got some shrooms, got some good items, and that was also a clutch red pull from Yasu to hit Fatal after he built up there. That was probably going to be like a 1-4-5 or a 1-3 from Gun there if Yasu didn't red Fatal out of his build there on the line there, as we will see Koopa Cape coming in.
Yeah. It was a mutually chosen track too, so that's very interesting. This means it's going to be a fun race. I'm excited. So, uh, Nico obviously taking the first place line here. Interested to see how they're gonna take this one out.
Yeah, we see Nico barely clipping the wall, but for the moment it looks like he has first. Pulls a Nana and is gonna barely survive. Zanoki almost bumped him off there. That could have been disastrous for Nico, but he's gonna get passed up by Zanoki. He's gonna just take cut and get into first. We see a Nana up here, and Zanoki just gonna take the cut once again and avoid that Nana. Fatal Shroom's up as well. So does Saki. So it is 2-3 right now for Pure and 1-4 for Gun. And we'll see if there's a star drop potentially for Gun. Although second is right behind him, so we could see a shared star. Yep. So Saki ends up getting the star. Um, for first, both of them got the star. I believe that was a shared star. That's what we typically see when two runners are very close to each other there in on KC. Um, and then Nico Triple Green is probably going to take Shroomba here, and he will make it. So it'll be top two for Gun.
Yeah, I'm interested to see if they are going to try to play around this lag. Almost just gets chopped off by a fib there landing. Tries to go for the attempt at the snipe, and Zinaki does not get it. And see him with a fib here. I'm interested to see if he's just going to try to continue to onslaught first here, try to just gain this top two. Fatal's got the red. It'll take care of the deal. It looks like if it connects, it will take care of the deal. It will not. So just looks like it was just a misplay or something happened with Zinaki there. Gonna take Nico back into first. We do have Yasu in seventh holding a star, getting sniped by their own teammate. So interested to see how that's gonna play out.
Yeah,
And there's the shock. Yeah.
Fusion was holding shock for a while there. We see him just, yeah, he was been trying for us a while. So Yasu died as in star is gonna opt to use star through cut, and this is gonna get him a lot of spots back into fourth here. It's a top three for Gun at the moment, but this red might connect on Fatal. Yeah, he should be able to break it. I was gonna say this is looking like a top three for Gun, barring a blue or perhaps maybe a last second shock wise of Yasu to go wide. They're expecting the tight backspam, which we did see. He does get a room, he might be able to pass Fatal. This red is doing some weird things right now, but it's not looking like it's gonna, yeah, connect. But Yasu
I
should be
mean,
able to get.
it's still going. I don't think it did, but Yasu's gonna barely slide out of third there. Probably may get lagged down to fourth. Um, barring what we just saw with that red shell. But um, regardless, still a huge race for Gun. Um,
Yeah,
just again, they're trading off, but Gun is slowly and surely starting to pull away a little bit with this, and we're ever so closely getting to a match three.
yeah, a top 2-4 there from Gun. The shock was just a maybe just a too little, too late moment. As Yasu was back there by quite a bit, so his star dodge didn't do that much. Gun was already top three by that point. They were just breaking away. Yeah, not even Yasu could break into that. Just was the only reason he passed Fatal was because of that shroom. Otherwise, that would have been a top three for a Gun there. So great work from Gun to run it up that race, and they just didn't let a shotgun 9 stop them. And we will see this lead increase by quite a bit as we go into race 6 here. If I'm Gun, I'd maybe opt to try TF here, as you've already picked BCWE and Moonview Highway, so some of the good running tracks are out of the way now. Or maybe they try to go for for kind of an unorthodox top three and maybe a Rainbow Road a little out of the box, as that's not typically. But they're gonna opt to go for DK Mountain here. I kind of like it. Kind of like this track pick
Yeah,
from.
this will be interesting. It seems like Team Gun is an anti-TF track. They've had a little not enough fun on that track to continue picking it. But yeah, uh DK Mountain is a good pick. That's what we're gonna roll with. I don't need to say more on that. And yeah, DK Mountain, baby.
Yeah, definitely. This should be fun, and it'll be interesting to see how they approach top 2-4 if Nico uh tries to perhaps just let first seeder if he'll try to get in first as he is starting in the better line. It appears he will take over first indeed. Might see some double backs here. Pulls his fib, is not gonna back it. Yeah, that's probably wise with Gun right behind him. It's tough to coordinate double backs there, but um I I don't know. I'd like to see him put it tight in maybe one of these corners and have his teammates go wide behind him. As yeah, we just see him running out first, taking some pretty good lines right now. Um, it's
You see a
looking
TC being
pretty
passed around
good.
back here. It looks like Brock's maybe got a piece of it and is going to end up taking that down. So Gunna starting to slowly thin out of the top spots here. We do have Pure and a star, chaining stars here. So uh, not looks like not much going on in the back. Do see a snipe coming out of first from Nico though, so that's going to be that potentially could be huge for Team Gun or Pure there. And it looks like we got a tight bagging battle here too.
Yep, both baggers sitting at this set right here, so shot close for the moment. But uh Pure occupying a lot of spots behind Nico. It's mostly all Nico up here right now, so it's up to him to hold up first. But this could favor Gun if it is stay shotless. As the pack is pretty tight. I would imagine with them getting a lot of the bottom box, should be able to pull some shrooms, maybe some dodges. Right now Nico is trying to trap the cut and perhaps some other places with these nanas. As we switch to Yasu, he's holding a star in 7th right now, and Gun is in last 2, but not an ideal chain for Yasu. He's just gonna try to back these reds, and it is gonna connect on 8th, so that's gonna put Gun, I believe that was space, way back there, but Yasu gets bombed, and then Yasu combos him with the red. So he might actually end up getting it here, but this POW could be huge if he can T-POW Nico. You have to go for the T-POW in first here, perhaps on Fatal
Yep.
as well.
We'll see
Uh,
this Pal come in here, plays it really well out in the front. Won't have to deal with the red there. I want to say Gun is potentially holding shock here based on how Yasu played that cannon with the star. Seems that there's not going to be much on there with a the huge snipe coming from the back with Nico on that fib is going to secure. I believe it just secured Gun top two.
it
So
did. Space
yeah,
got second there off of that fib. Really, really good back fib from Nico there. A huge play to get you guys top 2 there, better than 1-3.
so yeah, that's gonna be it. There's that huge back-to-back race that Gun's been looking for, just going to extend this lead and just make themselves a little more comfortable going in to the latter half of this match. So interested to see. They've got top two again. They've got all their track picks. That's top two, four once again for Gun. Seems like it's their favorite collection of spots to be in. Do you still not pick Toad's Factory here? I feel like you got to pick it at some point.
I feel like you do, and with Tati 4 here, this would be an ideal time to pick TF. They are also 7th. I know they're not 8th, which then again, that would be perfect spots for your Tati 4 8, but still 7th is good enough to stop for Bill. I feel like you do go for the TF here. I mean, you're in almost
Yeah, like
perfect spots for it.
yeah, I could honestly see an argument for like Jungle Parkway here if they don't want to go TF because you still have that obviously that front turn that you can draft off and just you know have fun in the front. But we do see finally a Toads Factory coming from Team Gun, so uh, seems like they're finally ready to play it. They've just gone through their three other preferred tracks to do so. We do see a Delfino Square coming in for Team Pure.
Yeah, and yeah, we'll see another game picture. If it is TF, Nico probably should go these tie of the box, the second get it. Perhaps they can back either the first or second turn 2 and try to get a little lead early on. But Delfino will get picked. Caster's Curse, we always talk about track pick, the other one ends up getting picked, and that's the case here. So now, probably it'll be Nico running in first and top 2 running, and then your 4 and 7 will probably drop it first set for the good items, for the shrooms and stuff to take the cuts. We'll see if Nico just holds his line. He will. And will we see any drafters here? Znaki maybe maybe got the draft off of him, I believe. Top 2 for Pure early on. TC in third for Nico too. If he doesn't pass this off, it's gonna be bad, and he does pass it
Wow.
off to Alex. That's tough luck if you're Alex there. He's
Yeah.
gonna be back here soon.
Do see a golden coming up here for Nico. So Nico's going to take a quick tour in the front with Fatal, taking a top two for Gun, potentially even a top three, depending on how they shape out in the back here. Um, it is Delfino Square, so having these top two spots right now may not mean much, but still a heavy front presence right now is huge. But Pure is in 10th with the bagging battle. Fusion is winning that. So we'll see if they decide to, if one of them will get to pull here, as Fusion is going to start approaching this last set here in 10th. So he's going to get or they're going to get a free box here at 10. Got Yasu in 6th with a star, opting to use it to take double. We may see just a spam shock here. Um, and we do. So yeah, I don't want to say I called that, but I'm pretty sure I just called that. And we do see
You
Yasu with
did.
triple shrooms just popping up here into second place. This is going to be a huge race for Pure if they can still capitalize uh, with with this shock here.
Yeah, that was a huge shock from Fusion there as these triple shrooms now with him in second. I'd honestly, Zonky needs to let Yasu pass here, or at least let him try draft him. I know they're not in an ideal spot. Oh, but he
Ooh,
gets green snipe from gun there, I believe. Was that Space's green that
I
connected on
want to
him
say,
there?
yeah, I want to say that was space.
That's a
Interesting, yeah, interesting predicament we are in now. But we do see some gun members taking cut here. Uh, yeah, Zenagi is still holding on to first. Fatal in second, with Yasu just trying to close in here. It's gonna throw the green or the red at unfortunate timing there. And Gunsy Wow gonna take 2, 3, 4 out of that. With just yeah,
And that
yeah.
missed ti and that missed timing of the red cost Pure 1-3 there. That could have been a 1-3, but he missed time the red and threw it too early, and instead he got passed by a couple of dudes and ended up getting 5th. So Gun able to get that winning race thanks to that slight misplay from Yasu, but he had that race won until he got green sniped by Gun on lap 3. That green snipe was massive because he would have just taken double in second and just free as can be, free first there. Cause but no, Gun had other plans, and instead, yeah, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9 for Gun. So they just keep winning these races, and they're building their lead. They have a pretty sizable lead now with that, and they are determined to send this to match 3. They do not want to get too owed and go home and go home sad. Not at all. And they're playing like it too. We're seeing Nico playing a lot better than match 1. I believe he's MVPing for his team still. So shoutouts to Nico for uh coming up big when they need it the most here.
Yeah, I mean they've already taken a 75-point lead going into race 8. So yeah, we do see the GK Jungle Parkway coming up here as well for them, the 2, 3, 4, which again is another interesting pick. But I guess first doesn't really have the quote unquote optimal line. You could obviously make an argument there for second, but I still like that pick. I guess for him. I think there's Dry Ruins coming out from Pure here.
And
If my
it
French
will
is not
be.
failing me right now.
Yeah, you are correct. That is DDR. That was the track they were going for. It will be DKJP though, so Gun gets their track pick. And with Sasa being intent for more races than not, it seems this could benefit Gun as maybe Sasa can get shot, but Nico will get pushed into the grass here a little bit. He's going to be forced to bag for a lower box and will get a single shroom. I might have wanted to see him go for the 8th place box but instead wanted to get the 6th place serve. We'll get a single shroom with Pure in 8 at the moment and Gun in 5, 6, 7. He will chain the shroom here for triple reds. So he'll probably just be a nuisance to Alex here, and that will be the case. He will red Alex and put him right back in 8th. Alex is going to use his shrooms here, and Nico with this POW could do heavy damage to Pure up here. Yeah, he will chain it, and yeah, that's just going to kill everyone there. Pulls triple greens. Looking like some pretty even spots at the moment, and the bagging battle pretty tight. Gets bumped a little bit by
Ooh,
his own bagger, though, and ends up greening. Ends up
Greens,
being
yeah, Greens, fusion actually there. So that may actually be huge in the bagging battle. I'm not 100% sure there, but is holding top two. They've got a good second or two on them. Fusion is still winning that bagging battle. So we may see here if we do see it. I'm guessing there's going to be no shock from Fusion. Fusion is going to hop off here, and so will the bagger for gun as well. So we do have no shock coming in right now. Yasu is going to get blued out of first here. See how much it's going to
only
impact.
He was
There's
close
just a
enough to that
shroom right in
ground
front, so might as well
clip.
take it. And Yasu's right back into the thick of it. Top three for Pure right now is Zenaki right behind.
Yeah, and we see Nico Golding up here in 7th. Unfortunately for Yasu, that shroom's just a little too far away to dodge the blue. But shot coming in, Pure Shock is gonna dodge top two, Zoki and Yasu. And with this red, he's just gonna use it for protection and hope to secure top two. They are breaking away. This should be a good race for Pure um at the moment here. Oh, but a blue does come in and is gonna hit Saki out of first. It should
Yeah,
be fine
we may
though.
have a an interesting lag situation here. I think I just saw like two people just directly teleport from
Oh,
like all the
Yasu hits
way back to
dirt
all the way in the front.
first? Is this gonna okay, no, it won't cost him first. He will
Yeah,
keep first. That was a little scary there though at
absolutely.
third hit. Almost proved fatal there. No pun
Yeah,
intended,
apparently I
but
can't go off in a tangent without fun things happening in this match. So,
I guess
uh,
not.
you know, I as much as I love to talk about how lag could impact this race, fun dirt hit, it definitely takes priority there. So again, we may see a lag finish. I think I saw somebody teleporting around the map a couple times. Don't quote me on that though, but still a huge race, top two for Pure. Uh, Big recovery there, especially when you're down 75.
Yeah. Well, actually gonna be a
Oh wow.
1-3-5-8 from here. Braux was
Yeah,
able to break up that top two. There,
yeah. I don't know if that I don't remember if I saw Braux cross second. Maybe that might have been that lag we were talking about a little bit, but still that's still a huge save for Gun. That's gonna bring the lead only down 7 points if I can do math correctly, down to a 68 or to a 48 point lead. Actually, hold on. A lot of stuff just happened, and I just not been doing math this entire time? You know what? That also could very much be the case. I'm so sorry. But
it's
yeah, it's
fine.
only 48-point lead for Team Gun now. Um, so that's it's still a decent sized lead, especially going into the latter four of the match. We got RBC coming in here and DDR as well. So um, interesting. Both strong tracks here for the respective teams who've picked them. This could very much be the critical point of the war here. Um, Even just laying on this track pick and how they're going to react to it. So
Yeah, for sure. And it will be RBC getting picked for Gun. So now they're back in the driver's seat, even though they just lost their race. They do get their track picked, so we'll see if they can take advantage of this. I kind of like to see Nico sit for the A place box here, to be honest, and try to get the bill. Because when you're up, yeah, because when you're up this much, you can afford to sit at least a little bit, and to prevent Pierre maybe from getting that bill, as it is a huge pull for your baggers. Instead, he will get room from mid place box. We see Gun in looks like 345 right now. So uh Pure up there just a little bit. Might be only
ooh,
first for Pure though. As he does green. Nico does take out a Pure member and gets another back green and another green on the
on the
bagger. Looks like all the
Yeah,
screens
that's gonna be
connect.
on Fusion. That's gonna be huge for Gun there. Let their bagger catch up. Try to make it some wall clips onto the stairs there. Um, do see Yasu popping in a third here. I believe Pure had two shots of pulling the bill at the beginning of the race, so that could also be in play. We don't know, unfortunately, 100%. Don't have a confirm on a POV or anything like that. Do see like half the lobby taking the
Oh,
jump
that
there, and
bomb!
that is
What a
a
bomb!
laggy bomb, but that is a bomb hit. Goodness gracious, it's Yasu's gonna pay for it with this red here, and
Oh,
all
that
hope is gonna be lost there. He's gonna be back down in the seventh, with triple shrooms and just gets absolutely clobbered by another green, but does have some the shroom there to recover. And there you go. There you see Nico absolutely getting that green snipe on there. Tries to attempt for another one here too, and we'll get it.
and it hits someone off the wall.
Yeah, Nico is
Nicho's
just
getting everyone with his greens this race. I don't know what it is,
yeah.
but he's got their number.
Yeah, I wouldn't trust that man with a green shell in my life. The way he's been throwing these out. So
Thank
he's gonna
God,
get
man.
redded though for it. So Karma does come play in the end, and Nico is gonna be in fifth. Oh my goodness, almost getting hit by that red shell as well. Uh, just narrowly avoiding that. We do see Yasu here in 7th with a star. Interested to see if they're going to try to play for shock here, which they may be. We do have a bagger going forward here, right behind. If I can maybe see who it is. I believe it
Sasa
is.
is back
Yeah.
there behind the runners, and Fusion is somewhere in the pack as well. And there it is.
Ooh.
Yeah, pure
Yeah.
shock, pretty sure. Oh, but he misses the chain though, which could be bad. That could be
Yeah.
huge for Gun. He misses the chain.
And
He
Pure
can't
is
hit him
top
with
four.
anything. But it doesn't
And
matter. Yeah, they're top
yeah,
four at the moment. They could
Pure is
be.
top four. So and they've
This
got a
could be
good
massive. This could be a
good like
turning
second
point.
or two.
Just
Yeah,
don't
Nico
fail.
is.
Don't risk
Yeah,
rail here. Don't risk it. Yeah.
yeah. Nico did bill
And
up here. It's not gonna matter. That's a top four for Pure. If that is anything you want, oh, you wanted that is the one thing you wanted there. That is now like a single digit game. This just got real interesting.
real interesting, really fast there. And it kind of came out of nowhere too, to be honest. Like a little sneaky top four. Uh as that as Yasti missing the chain didn't matter. Another huge shock for Pure winning them the race. They still would have gotten a good race regardless, but that shock dodge from Yasu just sealed that top four there, and Gun could not do anything about it. And they have brought this match right back here, and it is close. It is going to be close once again. We see the score now 280 through 266 right now.
Believe,
That may be
yeah,
wrong.
I admit that I think yeah, that may be wrong. But I'm
Okay,
not
it's
100%
definitely
sure.
wrong.
Yeah, because I
It's
feel like,
probably wrong.
well, I don't know.
I don't
Maybe I
know.
can't do math. It's been a long day. I don't know, but still, regardless, it's more than the 40 points they were just down. So, or less rather than they were just down. So again, it's bringing it within close. It is no, that actually makes that does seem right. It's only a
It is
17-point
correct.
difference.
Correct.
Yeah, that is a correct score.
Yep.
It just it may take us a second to get there in the end, but that is all good. Interested to see how Pure is going to respond to this. A lot of front heavy tracks have been picked off. I mean, you could see like a Rainbow Road pop up here. Um, would probably be my best guess, but uh,
I go for it. I mean, what do you got to this point?
we do see a
Okay, Gun gonna go for Nico rather is gonna go for GC and MC, and Pure
yeah.
is trying for the TF. I forgot TF hasn't been played yet, so that's definitely a
Oh
better.
yeah,
It's definitely a safer option than Rainbow Road. Either one would work in this spot, but yeah, TF would be more like good. And they will get their track pick, so this is even better for Pure. This could be a major turning point in the war. Pierre could take the lead potentially this race if they can do good again. If they can get another good race with just only 3 races to go.
yeah.
Um,
Well,
imagine Nico just runs up here in fifth and tries to break up that top four here.
yeah, we're gonna see. I think, yeah, Yasu's gonna dip back here for Pure. Just try to get some sort of back presence. We do see that we may have a bill in play. We do see Saza going up front. So there's Nico also running into the red, and it's just gonna get sniped right back. So he's gonna be gone. Everybody's hitting shells everywhere. Nobody is safe today. Yasu's gonna take a shroomless lake there, or shroom lake rather. I cannot speak. Everything is happening all at once, and I cannot handle it. So uh, we're in for a good one, especially if this goes to match three.
This is sensory overload at the moment. Right now, it's 1-3 for Pure. Space and occupying second right now. Pure is still in a good spot. As we see at Shockles right now, both baggers are sitting back there. Fatal is shrooming up, but Yasu gonna pull out this red scare Fatal into not passing him. Pure's in a good spot right now, and that back red will miss Fatal. So will those back greens. As we will see a shroomless cut here makes it with ease pretty much. And the bomb attempt is
Yeah.
gonna miss, but that was close though.
Yeah,
As
that was huge for Yasu to cancel the drift going like right into that late cut. Um, Good awareness there. We do see a dodge up for Brox, I believe, for Team Gun. So Gun's gonna get some more front presence there. That's gonna be huge for them, trying to negate this great track for Pure. And I'm interested to see where they're gonna take over from this here. Yasu's gonna opt to chain the triple shrooms into a POW.
it's a
I'm
one
interested to
three
see where
for
they're gonna use this.
He's using it here to try to pound him on the Shroomless. Looks like Space still took it. I don't know if spots are really gonna change off the bat. Oh, actually, top 2 for
See?
Gun, I believe there.
Yeah, it looks
So
like
that
they
power
got top
did do
2.
something. Mhm.
Yeah, blue's gonna try to make some damage. Looks like it might have been 2, 4, or 2, 3, 4, 6, if I can say numbers correctly, for pure there. So that's gonna be a huge capital for Team Gun. What a way to respond, try to hold on to this lead, try to make this to a third match, and continue on from there.
Yeah, that shock saved Gun right there. Uh, it completely halt the momentum from Pure and prevented them from getting yet back-to-back winning races and further shrinking this lead. But a top 2 5-7 is just gonna pretty much negate that. Well, not quite negate the last race, but undo a little bit of the damage that Pure did there. And you've still got decent lead, a 30-point lead going into race 11 here. So if you're Gun, you got to be feeling good about this, but you just don't want to do anything risky at this point and not risk getting top 4 again because now you really don't have any wiggle room if they get top 4. If Pure gets top 4 here, they're taking the lead right back. So you just got to play it safe and remember that you have the 30-point lead and you are in the driver's seat. All the pressure right now, uh, for this match at least is on Pure, but still Gun probably feeling a little bit of pressure to send us to a third match, though. So pressure from both sides, but if you're Gun, the ball's in your court. Just can't lose this lead with 2 left to go here.
Yeah, and honestly, DDR is probably one of your last good like running tracks left. You played a bunch of running tracks just to even play without throughout the war. So a lot of this may come down to luck here at the end. We do see DDR though, so Gun taking a nice huge breath of relief in the track selection department, and we'll see DDR still has its ultra cut, still has its room for mayhem. So this match is not over, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, it should be a fun last 2 races. Let's get into it. Get your seatbelt, strap your seatbelts, and enjoy the ride. We'll see Nico redding Pure out of third, and gonna just trail this bomb and
It's
yep, that
Saki in
bomb's
the
gonna connect.
process.
Yeah, so a double kill there. As we see Gun with top 3. Nico fails the wall glitch though, and yeah, is gonna get starred because of that from Pure. 2 Pure members in stars, and that wall glitch proves very costly for Nico. Yasu probably just gonna take Golden Ultra here, I would imagine. Uh, yep, he's gonna get onto it, and he should be able to get into second at the very least. And right now, it's just space in first for Gun. It's up to him to backfib, and
He will.
he will backfib Yasu there. Major backfib there, and that's just gonna give him a massive lead now. Still 2-3 though for Pure as Alex holding these greens, and because of that, Yasu has to take a weird line to avoid getting green from that draft there. But it's 2-3-4 right now and both baggers still going backwards. It's a very close in the bagging battle right now. Not sure if anyone has, but Pierre's in a good spot at the moment. Not sure what Zenoki has, but at the moment, not seeming to matter. Nice sand hop meg from Yasu, but Gun should be getting first this race, barring a late blue.
Yeah. Interesting to see, how that's going to handle, or how space is going to handle. You could obviously have, race is not over. Anything can happen. Do see a respawn here coming from Fusion. So, no shock for Pure. I'm guessing Gun has the shock here. Interesting to see if they're going to try to do some like last minute shenanigans here. We do see a bullet bill coming up, and we do see Nico going into Omega. So we may see some, maybe. There it is. There's like the last second shock for him. Looks like they got the TS Zenoki there in the sand. So that's gonna lock an eighth down for Pure. That's gonna be some decent damage control there for Team Gun. I think they may actually have won the race off that. I'm not 100% sure.
I'm not sure if they Pure did keep 2-3-4 off of that. Um, we'll find out in a second, but it's not going to change. I don't think the scores are going to change drastically here. Yep, they keep 2-3-4. So Pure
Or yeah.
does get a little bit of a winning race, but that 8th and 10th aren't going to do them many favors, as it's only going to be around a +5, give or take. for Pure going into the last race, but they still have a chance um, to win it though. But they're gonna need a big race to do it. I'd imagine we'll probably see um a luck track of some sorts, perhaps a
Yeah.
BC3, even maybe not necessarily a luck track, but they have some options going into the last race.
Yeah, it looks like it's only gonna do him like 3 points, give him a 3-point advantage on that. Um, yeah, you really need a top 3. You may even need a top 4 at this rate just to get, just to even win this. So, I wouldn't be surprised to see, a fun, colorful track, for Pure playing in here. We do see BC3 from Team Gun, which has its ups and downs, depending on how cuts played. That could be very advantageous for either team. Do see Mario Circuit from the GameCube come in for Team Pure, which is going to be their attempt at a comeback here. We do see BC3 coming in, so this is it, ladies and gentlemen. See if we get back to a third match, or if we're just going to end it right here with a huge last race from Pure. So let's get it. Race 12 of 12.
Yes, sir. Pure needing a top 410 to win. That would win it by 2. I believe top 3 9 would tie it for them. So they need a big one, but they're gonna have to do it on BC3, not their track pick here. As we will see Nico getting that 7th place box, gets the triple shroom, space dies and is gonna be back here, but so will Yasu.
We do
So
see an all run actually from Pure here. Fusion is up and running in eighth right now. So
I'm a little
Yasu,
surprised by that. Are
ooh,
you?
Yasu just had a unfortunately not on our screen, just had a really big mishap, just drove right off the track, accidentally hitting the boost panel there. So they're gonna take some cover there. Pure's gonna be holding a blue here, so Pure, I believe, is in first. If that is the case.
That's not that great though, because Fusion being back there as well, what they need is a top 4, and even though they're top 3, uh sorry, I can't think. I lost my train of thought. Yasu still would have to get at least 5th to tie it up, and then Fusion 9. So holding this blue uh could be a killer for Pure. We'll wait to see. We don't know who is holding shots. It is all run right now. We will see Nico gonna take cut as it is block. Oh, but that POW is gonna screw him up,
Ooh,
and instead he just drives off the track and is gonna fall 6th. Yasu will miss the
ooh,
ultra, and that's
so
gonna
close.
all but end it for Pierre. I want to say is he's now in Yasu is now in 10. Uh,
Fusion did make looks like Fusion did make cut here. So Fusion is in fifth, I want to say. So if Yasu pulls that ninth, which he is right now, that may lock it up here for Pure. We do not know. Yasu's just gonna build up here from ninth, just try to get some spots back. And
Sasa
yeah,
should have shock. He should have, or she should
yeah,
have. My fault. Yeah, she should
yes,
have it right now. Yeah,
yeah,
Yasu just
yeah.
spamming
Yasu's just trying to
everything.
dodge at this rate. Um,
Yeah,
That's what it seems. He's gonna get a low trick off, unfortunately. Nico's gonna elect to go for cut here. So is Sinoki.
will
Um,
make it. Yeah,
both will make. Yeah, both will make. I got a star in fourth here for Nico,
this is gonna win it for
and
Gun right here.
yep,
Yep,
that's gonna win
shock.
it right there for him. Yeah,
As soon as he made star cut, I knew it was over for Pierre because they were holding shock and he was just gonna dodge there, and that's what happens. Nico gets second, Gun wins it and forces a match 3 against Pierre. Pierre gave it a valiant effort, but came up a little bit short this race.
yeah, but that means it's more fun for us, more fun for you guys, and a whole nother hour of Mario Kart. So,
Hey,
um,
true,
you know,
true
hey,
that.
it's a good trade off in my opinion. I'm not complaining. So huge valiant effort though by both teams. Pierre's still going to win the race, getting a 1-3-4-5-10. So that's going to at least make the scoreboard look close. So that's always good for Pierre at least. We're going to head into a match 3. We're going to take about a
Gun
brief.
cannot do match 3 today.
Oh, so we're going to
I'm
be
looking at
yeah, we're going to be
your chat.
we're going to leave you all on a cliffhanger today. So if that's great for you guys, it is. If not, well, sorry, I guess. But so yeah, that's gonna be the end of our double header today with D7 with L14 taking a massive 140 point win in match 3 of D7 finals. and Team Gun taking a 27-point advantage of taking this into match three. So once we hear word, if we are able to set up a team for match three for this match, we'll definitely bring that back to you. A lot of finals still have wrapped up. We obviously had D1 finals this weekend. I believe D6 is going to be up this weekend. Um, so you may see us with that. But finals week is wrapping up here for GSC. I've been happy with the turnout so far. Hope you guys have been as well. And yeah, any closing remarks?
Yeah, all I can really say is good part on Gun to force a match three and to not lose 2-0 because it's just not entertaining when a team like wins 2-0 really. We like to see always like to see a match three when a match is for all the marbles, and that's what we will get here with D3. D2 just recently wrapped up as well. LSU defeated AP a couple of days ago, so you're right, and are wrapping them up. D4 finals finish as well. BY won that. So so yeah, we're almost done with it, but we will try our best to get a cast out for match three between Team Gun and Pure. And it was fun. It was fun and entertaining. I'm glad we got to cast this today, Bios.
Absolutely. I'm glad to hop in the booth for the one time a year that I do. Otherwise, I'm obviously running behind the cast. Huge thanks to X Will for running everything behind the scenes, making this all possible for us. And yeah, with all that being said, thank you all so much for tuning in. We'll see you guys in